Alex, let's take you right out to the infrared satellite here. The one thing that's really eye-popping now is that growing area of thunderstorms in the Bay of Campeche.
Yeah, very impressive area of thunderstorms developing. And since we last talked, it looks like an area of spin is starting to develop down in the southern Bay of Campeche. That area of swirling clouds right there, right over the ocean. It has finally moved over the warm waters out there, but we're still dealing with a little bit of disorganization. We have what we call a low-level center underneath that cloud of thunderstorms in the Bay of Campeche, but the mid-level center is still over land right now. You need those two to be lined up with one another in order to get tropical development. So I still think we're about 12 to 24 hours away from when we could first see our named storm potentially. The hurricane hunters are going out there very shortly to investigate.
Well, let's take a look at the water vapor loop because, listen, water temperature is plenty warm enough. We can make that statement for the rest of the hurricane season. But what we also look at is moisture and wind shear, sufficient moisture and light winds aloft.
Yeah, everywhere where you see green on this graphic here is where we have plenty of moisture to sustain tropical development. You can see that kind of, yellow and orange color backing away from the Bay of Campeche right now and ahead of the storm. So I think the environment ahead of this thing is very favorable, and the wind shear is also decreasing across this basin as well. And so I think that we can have development here in the near future.
Yeah, let's take a look at the iPath, Alex. And again, we have this organizing into a tropical depression, you think, by this time tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. I think it has a really good shot. Like I said, we still need to get the storm what we call vertically stacked. You need the low-level center and the mid-level center to be stacked on top of each other. But I think that can happen here in the next 24 hours. We might be looking at a depression by this time tomorrow, and potentially a couple days from now, we could be dealing with a tropical storm.
All right, let's take a look at a couple of other areas, Alex. Let's go well out in the, well, first of all, heavy rain is a big story here. Houston, Corpus Christi, we have 8 to 12 inches. There'll be some downpours today, and then we'll bring in the heaviest rain Tuesday night into Wednesday. Watch yourself also San Antonio and the Hill Country, possibly some heavy rain. Let's take you out in the southwest Atlantic, a little swirl here, well to the east of Florida.
Yeah, a little swirl east of Florida, and again, this is considered homegrown development. We look close to the United States during the months of June and July. This is still close enough to be considered homegrown development. This area is going to swing to the west here over the next couple of days, and the hurricane hunters might actually be flying out in this thing tomorrow to investigate whether we have a swirl of thunderstorms. Either way, through the rest of the week, we'll be tracking this thing as it moves west towards the United States, and then potentially towards the end of the week and into next weekend, it could approach the U.S. We're also checking in on the Bay of Campeche again for the end of this week, as well as another area may break off from what we call the Central American gyre, that big swirl of thunderstorms over Central America. We might have another piece of thunderstorms break away from that and move into the Bay of Campeche at the end of the week. So a lot to look forward to here over the next week or so, Bernie, a lot to watch.
Yeah. AccuWeather lead hurricane expert Alex De Silva, thanks for joining us. We'll keep an eye on things.